Okay, so let's go ahead and we will get started. So I'm going to kind of walk you through some of our skincare first. I always feel like skincare is so important because it doesn't matter how much makeup you put on. If your skin isn't looking good, which you have great skin, but if your skin isn't looking good, then it doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So this is actually our new Miracle Set. It's called our Miracle Set 3D. We tried it the other night at the Mom's Night too, if you remember. But it's really awesome. It has double the amount of antioxidants as our last set. So antioxidants are really great for the skin, just to keep it looking healthy and younger longer. So we're going to jump in and use this first, and then we're going to get into makeup.
Okay.
So actually, I'm going to have you take your eye makeup off first. There's a little bit of eye makeup remover on that cotton ball. Do you have mascara on? It looks like you do. Okay. So you can just kind of hold that up. If you need more, I can get you more too.
Okay.
And this eye makeup remover is pretty awesome. It's gentle for contact lens wearers, and I just feel like it does a great job of like gently removing eye makeup.
Yeah.
I remember before I came into Mary Kay, I used to like take my washcloth and scrub my makeup off, eye makeup off, and that skin is so delicate around your eyes, so you really want to be gentle with it.
Okay. I got it.
Good.
For the most part.
Good. Awesome. All right, so next I'm going to have you just get your fingertips in the water and get your face wet. And your hair's like pulled back, so that's perfect. And then I'm going to have you scoop up this first cleanser right here. So it's actually a 4-in-1 cleanser.
I should pull my hair even more here. Let's make sure it's out of the way.
Perfect. And is your skin normal to dry or more oily combination?
I don't know, maybe a combination.
Do you feel like you get oil in the T-zone at all?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Maybe more dry than oily, I would say, if I had to pick between the two.
Okay, got it. So we're actually using the normal to dry formula today because it's the only one that I had in my bag. So I was like, well, hopefully she's not super oily, but that'll be good. So you can scoop up this cleanser and just work that into the skin everywhere but the eye area. So this actually has exfoliating beads in it, a toner built into it. It's going to wash your face. That's the cleanser in it. And it has a brightener in it. So there's lots of good things. I feel like this is awesome for busy women or moms because you don't have time to do all those like masks all the time and toning all the time.
I don't know the difference between all of those, to be honest.
Well, a toner is going to deep clean the pores, and so one of our skincare sets is more for sensitive skin, and they break all that down. So there's a cleanser, and that's just one product. And then there's a toner, which is a separate product that you kind of wipe over the face. And then there's a mask, which is a separate product, and then a moisturizer. So this kind of combines those first 3 in one.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead and get this wet, and then you can just wipe that right back off.
Okay.
Have you taken your son to the beach already, or no?
So I went and we visited my friend who lives in Florida.
Nice.
And we just had, kind of random, beach day there. She doesn't live like on the beach or anything.
Okay, sure.
But it was one of those days too, he just didn't nap at all, and being thrown off from vacation, he did not, well, he liked the sand at least, but he did not want anything to do with that water.
Yeah, that's still a young age to love the water, especially, was it cold or was it pretty warm?
It was still pretty cold, because it's in the Gulf side, and, just still cool from the spring.
Sure. Okay, got it.
Okay.
And we'll just kind of let that dry for a second. While we're letting that dry, we're going to put it's actually called day cream. We're going to have you put that on your face, but you can try the night cream on the back of your hand. If you just scoop it out and just kind of work it in. So this product, all of these are actually oil-free, fragrance-free. They have a little bit of a scent to them, but they're fragrance-free. They're paraben-free as well, so none of that in these products. And this one, just you're going to put it on at night, and it's meant to be worn when your body is at rest. So it actually does the best when your body's resting. And the day product that we're going to put on is your day cream. And this has an SPF 30 in it. All kinds of great things. It's got, I'm still learning this set, so I'm still trying to remember all this. But B3, vitamin B3 in it, which is really great. Again, just lots of antioxidants in that, brightening power in that. Resveratrol, which is, so encapsulated resveratrol, just kind of helps to protect the skin. It's in a lot of plants for their protection from like environmental damage and things like that. So, okay, so you can scoop that up. Your skin should be pretty dry now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and work that in. It's amazing how little of this you need. Like, you look at that and think, is that actually going to go on the face? But it's pretty crazy. I feel like this set, I just started using it about a month ago, but this cleanser, you'll probably get like 8 months out of a cleanser this size, and moisturizers, you'll probably get 4 to 5 months out of too, believe it or not.
Is it something you have to have the whole set in order to kind of get the benefits, or do people ever kind of pick and choose what they need?
That's a great question. I mean, women will do both of that. I feel like you'll probably get the best results if you use all of them.
Makes sense.
Obviously, because they're meant to be used together. They have ingredients in them that kind of work together. But I also know girls that kind of mix and match. So that's really like your preference for sure. Okay, next we're going to use the eye cream. So just take your ring finger and scoop up your eye cream. And just ring finger because it's your gentlest finger, and kind of dab it between both ring fingers and put that all around the eyes. So underneath, on the sides, and on top.
Okay.
And this eye cream, it's like amazing. I just feel like my dark circles and puffiness have been less from using it. And also fine lines around the eyes. So essential for moms that don't always get a lot of sleep. What's your little one's name?
Ronan.
Ronan, that's cute.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Ronan.
Okay, just like it sounds.
Yep, that's
adorable.
right. Just good old Irish name. I mean, I'm
Okay.
only half Irish, but my husband is too, so that's kind of his biggest.
Oh, cool. I like that name,
ethnicity.
though.
Yeah.
I actually don't know that I've ever really heard that name or know of anyone
Yeah.
with that name, so that's cool. And does he sleep well through the night or no?
Luckily, yes.
Oh,
Through
good.
the night's okay, even
Good.
if not naps. Let's see what he did. Yep, still not napping. That's okay.
You know, at least he's laying down. He's not
Yeah.
standing up. So that's positive.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to jump into makeup and some makeup prep now. So we're going to do a foundation primer first. So you can scoop this up and just kind of work it into the balls of the fingers.
Okay.
So just kind of do this. And then start at the center of the face and work outward with it. So you want to start where your pores tend to be the largest with this.
Okay.
And then kind of work out toward the hairline. And you'll feel how it basically disintegrates as you're putting it on. And this has a highly porous mineral in it called silica. So what it does is it goes in and it fills in the pores. So when we do your makeup, it's going to look a lot smoother than it would without.
Okay.
So good stuff. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to move on to your foundation.
Okay.
So this is, I would recommend, like if you're doing your makeup to go out or even like whatever, to go to work for the day, women will either use a mineral powder foundation or some sort of liquid foundation usually, just to kind of give a really even base. I don't know what your knowledge is. Like, would you say you're super knowledgeable in makeup?
Definitely
or like,
not super knowledgeable. Maybe on a scale of like 1 to 5, I'm like a 1. I know like a little, or maybe like if 0 is nothing, I'm a 1. Like I know enough. Like I put on a BB cream, and then I do have like the mineral foundation. So I do both of those.
Okay, good. So some girls, you know, when I sit down with them, they're like, I don't know what that means. Like, what's a
I know
foundation?
like
So
the
you know that.
basics.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so the CC
Okay.
is very similar to a BB cream. CC is just color correcting, so it's a color correcting cream. It has a little bit of concealer built into them. The BB and CCs just have a lot of extra benefits in them. So it has a little bit of moisture, an SPF in it, an anti-aging element to it. So you're just getting a lot of things in one product with it. And I'm going to do a little stripe test on you because I feel like I'm just not sure exactly what color you are. So I always feel like choosing a foundation shade is one of the trickiest things.
Yeah, that kind of makeup stuff, I definitely don't trust myself. I'll go to, you know, like the Ultas or wherever else just to like, I don't know what shades to pick out.
Right. Yeah, and if you're ever somewhere where you can do like a sample, like if you're not sure, if you do a stripe test like this, so just kind of look into the mirror. What you're looking for is the shade that kind of disappears. So this back one is like really disappearing. This front one's a little bit too dark. So
Okay.
I'm actually going to wipe this front one off just a tad bit. You won't be able to see it much once we get the actual foundation on. Okay. Perfect. All right, so are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay, so I'm going to put this in the back of your left hand. Just squeeze some of this out for you. And we're going to use a liquid foundation brush. So basically painting your face. Have you used a liquid foundation brush before?
You know, maybe at the Comay night I did, but that was the only time.
Okay,
so.
and this is a new brush too, so you might not have even used this one if you use one. So,
Yeah. I don't
so just get a little bit on your brush.
Just like front, in the middle like that?
Usually
or like the
you
side?
want to build it, see how it's angled, and this is like the shorter side. You usually want to get it on the shorter side.
Okay.
And then kind of just work in the center of your face, and you're almost going to like keep this part down and the rest of it up.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It really isn't that big of a deal how you get it on the brush though. And you want to work this in circular motions.
Okay,
like this particular
like
brush.
this.
And don't be afraid to work at it. Like press down. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. There's like no real exact science to this. It's just kind of work it in, blend it in. You'll probably want to use most of that, if not all of it. Just kind of depends on how dry your skin is, how it will absorb and soak it into you. That's like another benefit of having good skincare is that you're working, your skin is then not absorbing all of the products. Like we'll do a little demonstration sometimes at appointments where we'll do the skincare on the back of one hand and then not do it on the back of the other hand. And I'll have the girls put foundation on the back of both hands, and it's crazy the difference in just what it looks like and how it absorbs and all that. So
yeah,
it's kind of crazy. Just having a good skincare regimen makes a big difference.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm a little heavy down here, but
it looks good.
I think you got it.
You're doing great.
Okay.
Yeah. If you feel like it's heavy, just keep working it in.
Okay.
It should blend out.
I mean, it feels okay, so.
No, I think it looks good. Did you get your forehead? I was actually
a
not paying attention.
little. Could probably use a little more.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and just work it in really good, and then we'll do a little bit of concealing. Okay, awesome. And now we're going to use the finger for the next part. So this is an under eye corrector, so just get a little bit of that on your finger. You might remember this from I feel like we used this at the mommy night. But a little bit of this.
Ring
and
finger?
You know what? It doesn't really matter for this. You're just going to pat it in under the eye, and I usually like for girls to put it on their eyelid as well, because you tend to get a little bit of darkness there too, or like discoloration. So you can just kind of put it all around the eyes.
Ooh, have I gone too low?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
I was trying to do both eyes at once, but that's not going to work.
It is going to be concentrated on. I don't even think I'm that coordinated. And when was it? When's your anniversary again?
June 22nd.
That's right. That's too bad that didn't work out that we could get together that day.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Hopefully you'll understand these skills though, that you can reenact them.
Okay.
Perfect. So see how even everything looks? Like that's really your goal, is just to kind of get an even base. And then we'll do just a little bit of powder. If you're an oily skin kind of gal, translucent powder is like so amazing. I'm an oily skin gal, so I really appreciate translucent powder. And if you're dry or even just normal, this just kind of sets everything. Get my coffee out here. So we're just going to use a little bit of translucent powder. And you can just kind of load your brush with this. This is just a big, nice powder brush. And just kind of do a light dusting of that just all over the face.
Okay.
And no real...
So this helps like absorb oil, you say? Or?
Yeah, and it just kind of sets everything, so it just kind of keeps everything in place a little bit better. Cool. Okay, awesome. Next thing we're going to move on to is cheeks. And I'll actually show you a little bit of contouring, highlighting and contouring too as we move into this. I feel like girls always want to know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so on beige and ivory skin tones, you don't have to do as much highlighting. You want to do more, focus a little bit more on doing contouring. So, and your skin is more on the ivory side, probably that Irish background in you.
Yeah,
brings
that's
out
right.
Irish skin. Do you get burnt a lot in the sun?
Yep.
Okay, got it. So I'm going to kind of show you how to start with this, and then I'll let you do the other side.
Okay.
But if you imagine that there's dots at the top of the forehead, bottom of the chin, and then sides of the eyes, outer corners of the eyes, if you connect those dots, that will create the perfect oval on your face.
Okay.
So, and basically highlighting and contouring, what you're doing with that is you're taking away the outer parts of that, and you're bringing forward the oval shape. And if you look at models, let me see if I can find... see if I could find one of the catalogs in here, because I'm sure you'll see this on one of the models in the magazine in here. If I can find one. Even like this girl right here is like either of these. You can kind of see it if you look closely, how they're lighter on the inside and dark on the outside. Can you see that? Okay. I feel like they're rocking a real natural look, those girls, but yeah, even just like can see a little bit more in her, just that highlight in the center, also contouring like under the cheekbones. And if you've ever seen, a Kim Kardashian contouring video or anything like that, or even just the show, they have a lot of makeup on and they really kind of go to town with that. So we're going to kind of simulate that right now. All right, so I'm going to come in and I'm just going to grab a little bit of bronzer. Is he okay?
Oh yeah, just wrestling his teddy bear.
Oh,
the norm.
Cute. That's so cute. Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit of bronzer, and we're actually gonna start at the bottom and kind of work in an upward motion, which sounds kind of weird.
Okay.
But we're gonna basically work outside of that oval. And so on you, like I would say your face tends to be pretty oval shape as it is. So we're not gonna do a ton up in the temples, just more so kind of here in the bottom of the cheek. And we're really gonna get under this, under the cheekbone, and then also onto the neckline just to blend.
Okay.
So that you don't look like your face is the wrong color. Yeah, if you're not quite sure how to work your color too, because a lot of times, we'll put sunscreen on the face and not as much elsewhere.
Yeah.
You always want to match your neck and your chest more so than even your actual face color. So like when I was doing that stripe, because you're pretty like even right now, but if you feel like that was different, you'd want to bring that stripe down onto the neck to see if it matches.
Okay.
Do just a little bit more in there. Okay, I'm gonna let you do the same on the other side now.
Okay.
Oh.
He's not even crying. He's just screaming to scream.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like right on the neckline is where you started? Or?
Yep, just kind of start it there, and then just imagine, those dots, if you were connecting them, kind of where those would end up at on the face. Perfect.
Did you go like down on the chin? I don't remember. Did you go that far low? Okay.
No, probably like to right, just like the outside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I'm gonna get you a little bit more just from right under the cheekbone. So, and even if you go like this, you can kind of see where that area is that you want to be kind of putting.
So like right here? Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Good job. Awesome.
Did I blend that enough?
Or here, look this way for me. Blend it just a little bit more, but now you did a good job with it. Blending is always key, so don't be afraid to blend. Okay, next thing we're going to do is a cheek color. I will tell you my very favorite cheek color is this color right here. I think it's going to look great on you. It's a great summer color. I wear it every day. I give it to almost everybody. I love it. We're going to take a cheek brush, and we're going to get a little bit of this onto our cheek brush. And then again, I'll do one side just so you can kind of see, and then you can do the other. But what you want to do is you kind of want to hold the brush. It has a little indent in it. So you want to hold the brush kind of like this and even squeeze the bristles if you want to. But you want to get under that cheekbone and kind of work up with it. And then you want to blend that out. And smile for me really quick. So you want to kind of work it no closer to the nose than where your cheeks pop, and then kind of work it out. And we'll see. I put kind of a lot on. We'll let it sit for a second and see if we need to brush a little off.
So what's with the down up strokes? Is there any?
It's just to really define the cheekbone. So just kind of getting right under it and pulling it up. That's actually a newer technique that I learned from our makeup artist, but it really works.
How far did you go? Like all the way over, kind of?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want like a ton of color like way back there, but no, that's good.
So is it even lower, like start down here?
Sure. And then just kind of in a circular motion, then you kind of want to like blend it in.
Okay.
Perfect. Actually, I think your side looks better than my side. I went a little bit crazy on my side here. Let me see this. Just gonna blend a little bit of that. And that's the good thing about makeup is that you can always fix it if you mess it up.
Yeah.
Okay, look this way. Perfect. You did a good job over here. Just gonna make sure that they look even. So pretty. Okay, and then we're gonna do, there's a highlight that comes with this Juicy Guava too. So some girls would probably put it all on in one thing, and I'm not that talented. So I will do that first, and then I'll kind of come in and just brush this out on the top. And you almost want to work it up a little bit next to the eye on the outside. I guess I just did both, sorry.
No, that's
but see how like it starts out really bold, and then we kind of bring it down with that, and can blend it out a little bit too. So Okay, next thing we're going to do is your eye makeup. So I want you to take the eye primer, which is right there, and I want you to put that over the entire eyelid. So from your lash line to your brow line, just cover your whole lid with that. And I'm actually going to grab my phone, and I'm going to send you an eye chart. So it is the tricky thing about doing your eye makeup is that. Oh, Where's my phone? Oh, I'm using it to record a video right now. Sorry. Okay, so actually, let me pull up my computer. I just happen to have my computer with me here. And the reason that we do an eye primer is because eye primer, one, it just helps to keep your eyeshadow longer throughout the day. It also makes your eyeshadow look more pigmented when you put it on, so it really grabs the shadow. You need less shadow when you use an eye primer.
Okay.
Also, it just kind of prevents your eyeshadow from creasing and all that stuff. So it's a good, really great thing. I will send this to you. I'm gonna show this on the video here so they can see what chart I'm talking about. Okay, and then I'll put it over here for you so you can actually see it.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see your eyes really quick. I just want to
close them or
keep them open.
Okay.
Okay, so look at me really quick. I just want to see what we've got. You pretty much have standard eyes, actually.
Okay.
So when you look at like the YouTube videos of how to do an eye look, something that they don't usually take into consideration is your eye shape, which really changes what an eye look will look like on your eyes.
Okay.
So your eyes, I would say that you pretty much are in that standard eye section, which is like the most typical way to do your eyeshadow.
Okay.
So that will keep it easy for us. So we're basically going to color by numbers. So this chart makes it
Alright.
really simple.
Yes.
And if you ever are like, how did Leslie teach me? You can always pull up this eye chart again.
Okay.
So I'll send it to you. Okay, so we're going to start off, and we're actually going to do the second color first, which sounds kind of goofy, but that's where we're going to start.
Okay.
And the second color, if you're like, where is that actually at? So we're going to start at the eye crease. Now this is where, I don't know are you like super familiar with eye application, or is that kind of something that you feel like you don't have as much knowledge in?
Still, which is very basic. I mean, I usually can do like two-toned eyeshadows, but even that I'm kind of winging it. So
Okay,
I
got
know I would go like a little high, but I like barely go past the crease because I'm chicken.
Okay, well that's like good though, because
Okay.
some girls don't even know like what's the crease, so that's good.
Okay.
Okay, so the second color, and because you have brown eyes, you can do almost any eyeshadow, believe it or not, any colors. Because of your brown eyes, it just makes it really simple for you. Brown eyes and brown hair are really simple to work with. So I'm going to get you a color, actually I think we'll start off with Granite, which is a gray-brown shade that's really pretty. And we're going to use this as our color number 2. And we're going to use just a simple blending brush for this, so okay, and tools are obviously important, but okay, so we're going to take this. Do you want me to do your first eye? And
Yes.
then you can do the second? Okay. So I like to start on the outer corner, because starting on the outer corner kind of gets the bulk of your shadow, okay? So we're going to kind of bring this in. We're going to put this where that color 2 is, and then we're going to kind of wrap it down. And sometimes it goes on and it looks crazy. But don't judge it yet, because it will all come together by the end. So you can see kind of where that color number 2 is, and that's really where we're taking this, and actually it even goes probably a little bit up this way. Okay, look at me really quick just to make sure we got this where we need it. Okay. Excellent. So I'm going to get you a little bit, and same thing on your other eye. And if you can, get in the habit when you're working with your darker colors to start more on the outside and bring them in. It's something that takes a while to get used to, but...
So you kind of started around this area?
Yeah, so almost like, I usually will start kind of in the crease of the eye and take it upward. And you're taking it the whole way up to the brow, except on this outer part where it's the color 1, which is going to be your highlight. So yeah, not being afraid to get it up higher on the eye is really key. But it is scary to do that at first, I know. Good job.
Oh, higher on this side,
yeah, let's
right?
get a little higher out there, yeah. Just a little bit higher. And then I also kind of came down with that color in the outer corner. I pulled it down a little bit more towards the lashes too.
Like this way?
Yep, just like that, just how you were doing that.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Let me just check everything out here. I always just want to make sure we're even, looking even. Yeah, it's crazy when you use the eye primer because it just makes the colors go on so much more. Okay, open up again. So do a little bit more on this side because I got a little bit more. Okay. All right, next thing we're going to do is your darkest colors. So we're going to use, I really like to use this brush. This is called our eye smudger brush.
Okay.
And I feel like you could either use this or our eye eye crease brush, but I really like the eye smudger brush. So we're gonna do a darker color. Do you have colors that you tend to like be drawn to that you feel like look great on your eyes as opposed to others?
I mean, I do a lot of just like the browns or purples even, but
Okay.
once again, just not brave enough for too many colors.
Yeah, and that's okay. I feel like there's colors that just look better on you, and I think most girls, when I go out and ask them like what colors do you use, I usually will trust their instinct because you've probably tried different colors and been like, oh no, that doesn't look good, and so usually girls kind of have an idea what look great on them. So I'm gonna give you a couple of options here. Okay. So this is Truffle, really great color, kind of like a copper tone, but a little bit darker. Also has like some red tones in it. This is Espresso, which is not shimmery. It's just kind of a flat, really pretty, easy to apply color because it's not shimmery. So sometimes shimmer colors don't blend quite as easily, whereas mattes blend really easily. I would also look at the Sweet Plum. I think would be great on you. So that's more of like a deeper shimmer purple, like eggplant color almost. It's super pretty. Okay, so those three, do you have any preference?
Let's go with the purple.
Okay,
Go with that. And I know it's shimmery, so it's a little intimidating, but
yeah, it will look great on you. You can see
practice
these
with
are
more
like
of the
my
going
favorite
out
colors.
kind of shades. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so then we're going to take this, and you can see kind of where the color 3 is at on there.
Okay.
So we're really going to start this one like in the crease here and kind of wrap it around. So we're almost making like a V shape out here in this outer corner. Okay, open from there, just want to see that side. Okay. And you don't want to bring it down this way too far. You want to make sure you're keeping your color, like if you were to line up a brush from the nose to the outer corner of the eye to the brow, you want to keep your color within that area. So we're just going to kind of wrap that down. Does that make sense? And we'll blend it so it looks better here, but start with this first.
Okay.
That's a pretty color on you, actually. I like it a lot. Yeah, one of the biggest mistakes that girls make is that they put the color right in their crease, and they end up bringing it like just down here, and they don't keep it up high enough on the eye, I think.
Do I need a little bit more on the brush, maybe?
Yeah, let's do a little bit more.
Okay.
Cool. I feel like for some reason when I do my side, I have way more color on the brush. Perfect.
I feel like mine's very choppy looking.
It's because it's this matte color that you really have to blend it out. So that's what we're actually going to do next. We'll blend with this brush. And I would just make sure that it's kind of color free before I start blending with it. Awesome. That's perfect.
Really uneven.
No, let me see. No, it looks great. And by the time you blend, you won't see any of that. It will look very even. So I'm going to have you take this brush. And what I want you to do is I want you just to blend the whole lid. Don't take it out any further on the eye, so kind of blend inward with it. But both lids, just blend, blend, blend.
So by that you just kind of brush it inwards.
I'll show you here. So like anywhere where there's like the harsher lines where everything kind of comes together.
Okay.
And we'll do your highlight color at the end here, but. Does that kind of make sense?
Okay.
You kind of feel like you kind of want to press down a little bit, not like. You know, obviously don't want to injure your eye, but.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm gonna blend it a little bit
Okay.
more just in this outer corner. But you did a great job with it. Yeah, sometimes these darker shimmer colors, they're just tricky to blend, especially when you do that primer because it just grabs that color. Okay, awesome. And then the next thing we're going to do is your highlight color. So, just grab this and wipe this off really good. So again, just blending with a clean brush, and then when you come back to your highlight color, you obviously, it's the lightest color, so you don't want any remnants of that, like those darker colors on there when you go to put this on. So we're going to use Moonstone next. And for this color, you can see we're going to put it right under kind of the outer part of the brow. So kind of out here, just to highlight that top of the brow. And then we're also going to put that on the inner corner of the eye. So if you close, basically like from the crease of the eye down on the inside, and I'll wrap around the tear duct just a little bit, and then we'll blend this again once you get on both sides. Okay, so do the brow first, and then I'll do
Okay.
that.
So it's just a little bit over here, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's perfect.
Okay.
Now we'll get more for the inside. And when you're trying to choose colors, your first, so colors 1 and 2, which I know we kind of went backwards with applying, but your lightest and your middle color, you can keep those the same pretty much every day. Like you don't need to change those up all the time. It's more that last color, the third color that you can really change up and play around with.
Okay.
Good job. All right, and now you're just gonna blend it again one more time. And this time you're really just gonna blend the whole eye just real quick. You don't have to do anything too crazy because we already blended it pretty well. Okay. That looks great. You have really pretty eyes, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
And great lashes too. Some people are just blessed with great lashes. The rest of us have to invest in good mascara. Okay. So what do you think so far? You feel like that made sense? Like
Yeah.
you could replicate that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I like that eye chart. That definitely helps.
Yes, isn't that helpful?
Yeah, it's good visual.
Yes, for sure. Okay, next we're gonna do some eyeliner. Do you typically do eyeliner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's one of those things, like, yeah, if I have anywhere to go, I do, like, on my everyday, like, oh, Monday, I'm taking him to the zoo. I don't necessarily do that, but,
Sure.
yeah, going
Sure.
out or whatever.
Makes sense. Okay, so these are just like little samples. Do you want to attempt to do a little bit of a wing or no?
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay. I'll kind of show you how to do, when you're doing your eyeliner, you really just want to work it into the lash line. So
Okay.
we're only going to do the top line with a real liner. Painters out there today?
Yes, working on that pergola.
That's fun. It's pretty.
Ugh.
Okay, open up for me really quick. I just want to see how this is going. Okay.
Okay, can I change my mind and maybe not do the wing?
Sure,
No, I probably won't do that, so.
Sure. And I can give you a little tip if you ever want to try it.
Mhm.
Open up for me again. Okay, and close. Okay, open one more time. Close one more time. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let you do the other side.
Okay.
And these, they don't twist up, unfortunately. It's just
Okay.
a little bit. If you need another one, I can get you another one.
So, did you start from the outside and worked in? Does it make a difference?
I did,
Or-
and the only
okay.
reason that I do that is because you want it to be a little thicker on the outside and then thinner as it comes in.
Yeah,
So
okay.
if you can get used to that, it's
Mhm.
nice. I feel like most girls are used to starting on the inside and going out.
Yeah, I think I do, but like I admittedly, like my eyeliner's never equal, even or equal.
Right. It's tricky
like,
to
I
get it on
wear it, but,
perfectly.
yeah.
hmm I feel like that's how I am too. Like every day I'm like, well, it went well today.
Yes.
Next day, nope, not so well today. It's hard too because once you get liner on, you're like, if you have to take it off, you're like, ah. You
Uh-huh.
take it off all the eyeshadow almost, you know. to kind of
Exactly.
start.
I got a little bumpy there.
No, it looks good.
Do I have to do more towards the inside or?
I feel like it looks really good actually.
Okay.
You did a really good job with it. I feel like mine looks. I feel like you're just overall doing a better job on your side than me.
I'm secretly
Hold
a
on one second.
pro.
You are. You're like, yeah, come on over and do my makeup. And really, you're like, I actually make my own YouTube
Oh,
videos in the
gosh.
basement. I'm just gonna blend this up.
Okay.
Okay, then open for me again. Okay, that looks better. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to do a little bit of liner on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to use this brush, and we're just going to use that accent color, which is your third color.
Okay.
So another name for that is your accent color. And what I want you to do with this, don't worry about having a perfect line at all. I just want you to start on the bottom and just kind of work it in towards the nose. And don't maybe just bring it in like 3/4 of the way in towards the nose. I like to do this underneath because it's not as harsh of a line.
Uh-huh.
So you can kind of like smudge it in. but using like a real eyeliner underneath, I feel like can be a little bit harsh.
Yeah,
Do you
I know.
usually
Like
do underneath or no?
back in like college, you know, I used to, and I've kind of gotten away from it, except for here and there if it's a more like fancy occasion, then
great.
I will.
That's
oh, okay.
perfect.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was supposed to go further, but
That's actually perfect how you did it right there. So you will on for
yeah,
occasion,
but then it's like, yeah, like I said, it seems too dark when I put it on, so I kind of put it on and I like go over it with my finger to kind
wipe
of like
it off a little bit.
yeah, to like take off what I just did.
I love using a shadow because I feel like a shadow also like tends to not run. Like sometimes eyeliners will run a little bit too.
That's a good point.
Whereas I feel like a shadow is much less likely to run, which I love. Looks good.
Can I go further on the other side?
I'm gonna give you a little bit more. We'll bring in a little bit more on that last side. I'm gonna bring the video a little closer so that they can really see you here. As we're like almost finished. Okay. Look how good you look, even from that far away.
Whoa.
Okay, so we're gonna finish up with mascara and lips, and we might do you ever do your brows?
Yes.
Okay, we'll
That's like
do a little bit
every
of brows.
day. The
Into the brows, okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
So like way back when, it was like 5 years ago now. I went to a place to have them waxed and it went like way thin, and they've been like growing in ever since. We're trying to.
Oh, no.
So yeah, that's something I do like every day, even if I stay home. I just feel better having eyebrows on.
Absolutely. All right, where is my mascara? That is my question. I did wedding makeup this weekend.
Ooh.
And when I do wedding makeup, everything gets everywhere, and I end up losing like half my stuff. So I'm just like always in a hurry.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of stress with wedding.
With wedding,
for some
yes.
reason.
Who's next and who's coming?
Yeah,
Bridesmaids.
Okay, embarrassingly, I might not have my mascara in here. Do you have mascara you can
I
grab?
do.
Okay, I might have you grab yours.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine. Some
Thank
basic old
you.
mascara.
Thank you. You can go ahead and put that on.
Okay.
I have no idea where my mascara went to.
Do you do top and bottom?
I usually do.
Okay, I do too, but
Okay.
I'm just making sure.
Mm-hmm. I usually do top and bottom. And we have brow pencils, but today I'm just going to use a shadow to fill your brows in with, actually.
Okay.
Do you usually use an actual pencil?
No, that sounded
No?
too complicated for me. So I just do like I think it's like a shadow.
Okay.
Ooh, I think he actually fell asleep. I'm amazed. Okay.
I thought you were going to say he fell out of his crib.
Oh,
That's what I thought you were going to
that's
say.
even more
He actually
amazing.
fell out of his crib. Okay, so I'm just going to fill these in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're looking for a little bit less intensity, but still like a good look, I feel like a shadow is great.
Yeah, anything like with the liners, I don't really trust myself with. It just seems too dark. I just have one of those like fill-in kind of.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Can you turn this way for me?
Oh, wait, this way?
Oh, sorry, the other way.
Okay.
This is kind of challenging to put on in this direction, actually. Let me just stand up. Yeah, and I just feel like with brows, your brows are actually really good shape. They're just a little bit like thin, so you got a good like starting point with them.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Look this way. Okay. I bet this is going to be more intense than you're used to. Maybe not. Well, how does that look to you? Does that look crazy to you?
That one looks a little darker, but
Let me see this way for a second. The thing about brows is that they're never the same, you know?
yeah.
Like, you can always get one to look perfect, and then...
I like how this looks. It's just one of those things I don't trust myself to go so dark because they would be
Mhm.
so lopsided. So I just do a very light, like a fill-in
Got it.
kind of thing. I stay within those lines.
This looks good on you, though.
Okay, good.
I will tell you, like, the one thing about brows is that they really add youth to the face. And on you, I feel like that's, like, totally the case. And you've got a good, like, a really good brow base to work with, too. So it makes it so much easier on you. Minus the fact that...
So this is just regular shadow because that's what you could put on
I'm
people's
just kind
eyes.
of, like, mixing some colors. So I'm just going with, like, the espresso and, like, the hazelnut and kind of mixing those two.
Okay.
But we also have, I mean, we've got, like, brunette pencils and things.
Yeah.
I personally use a pencil, but I don't feel like it really matters. I feel like it's kind of your preference with it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to finish up with lips. So tell me, I'm just going to pop out some colors here and you can tell me what you like best.
Lip color is something I'm really not good at choosing for myself.
Okay, okay. Are there colors that you tend to like more than others?
I mean, some of like the darker pinks, I guess, like somewhat natural, I guess I tend to do.
Okay, okay. So looking at this, what stands out to you the most? I mean, it doesn't have to be something that you're like, I'd wear this on an everyday basis, but something that you just like.
Exactly. It'd be kind of something or it would be fun to have something for like the occasions when I go out, when it would be nice to have lip color.
Right.
I mean, I kind of like that one off the bat, but
this one or this one?
I think this one.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I can't really. I don't really know.
Try it because I think you can always try it, and if you don't like it and you hate it, we'll try a different color.
Okay.
Wipe that on there, and then you can go ahead and apply with this.
Okay.
There's no real rules with lipstick. And this one is a semi-shine. So it actually, semi-shine. So that means it's going to go on. It's not going to have like a ton of like glossiness to it. It stays on. It will stay on a long time, but it's not like matte wear to the point where your lips feel like super dry from it.
Oh, okay.
I like that. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's definitely darker than what I would use like for every day.
Right. But that's like a really good going out color.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. I like that.
It's kind of fun.
Do you want to try anything else?
Sure. Let's try maybe one more. This might be a little too pink for like.
Maybe a little bit more of like a neutral?
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of this color.
Okay.
And you can just, what I'm going to do, put it back over top of that. Just go ahead and put it over top and then just kind of see what it looks like. It's not going to be like the exact color as that, but this is called Rosewood and it's a great like everyday kind of look. So we might not get the true color from this, but. This is just toning it down a little bit. It would not look this bright on, but this is like a really pretty, almost like a neutral, like everyday kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll leave you some that you can try it later.
Cool.
All right, awesome. Well, what do you think about everything? Is there anything you still have questions on or anything you're not sure about?
No, I like it. It's kind of fun.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm going to fix up those brows one more time.
Okay.
I feel like I just want to make sure that they're even. I always hear them say brows are sisters, they're not twins. But it's so hard to get them exactly even, but
yes.
I always like them to look even. I like it's the only bummer with a shadow is that when you're doing them a little bit thicker, if
Mhm.
they're like when you're putting it where your brow is not there, it just looks a little bit different. So make sure we're not having that. Awesome.
Cool.
All right, so I'm gonna spray you with our finishing spray here. So I'm gonna have you close your eyes. And this will just kind of give this longevity and wear, so when your husband comes home today, he'll
Yes.
be like, wow, you look
Check
great.
it out.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to give you, so you won a $25 gift certificate,
All right.
which is super awesome. I
Yeah.
have our product in the car.
Okay.
But I'm going to let you kind of look through a set sheet, and then I'll give you a catalog too.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get a little bit of a discount on the set sheets.
Okay.
Oops. You can kind of look through that. This might be the same one that I had that night at the mommy event, mommy night out or whatever that was called.
Yeah.
And then this is the catalog. And if you want to look through, all the prices are in the back.
Okay.
But you can just take your time and I will clean up.
Okay.
And yeah, you can put the $25 towards a set. You can get individual items, whatever you want to do.
Is there anything